Hey guys, welcome back to RaiseALegend.com. I'm Ray Fitzgerald. So today's topic is something that I've talked with a lot of parents about. I've worked with many children over the years whose parents want them to acquire the skills that's necessary to become a good leader, whether in the classroom or out. Now there's only so many leaders out there, and it's not like acquiring the skills is something that's like a habit where every single day you can work on something and eventually it just becomes part of your subconscious. It deals with changing your entire worldview, really, and becoming the type of person that people want to follow, not just somebody who can exert their will on others, because those type of leaders never last. Now, an important part about acquiring these skills, and something that I've worked with many children over the years, to try to expand their range of acceptable behaviors. Now, for this story, instead of repeating that over and over again, I've kind of abbreviated it to RAB. But the range of acceptable behaviors is kind of like your comfort zone. Think about it as the little area where you feel okay. You're comfortable being there, and if you stay there, you kind of get rewarded. You don't have to worry about stressing yourself out or doing more than you think you're capable of doing. Now, when you step outside of that, a lot of people try to stay from that area, stay from going outside of the range of acceptable behaviors because they fear that they'll get dismissed or ignored or ostracized by their peers. Now, your range of acceptable behaviors can vary depending upon the situation that you're in. In the story, I use the example of if you put me on the court with a bunch of 7-foot mega athletes to play a basketball game, I'm not necessarily going to take charge and tell these people where they should be shooting from and how they can improve their game. But if you put those same people with me in a classroom full of 7-year-olds and tell us to teach a math subject, I'm going to take the reins. I know what I'm doing there. So your range of acceptable behaviors really deals with your expertise and your comfort level in a situation. Now, there are ways to increase that for children. Now, you may not have a child who can do certain things or feel as if they can do certain things, so they clam up. Their range of acceptable behavior shrinks. They don't do much because they don't think that they can. Now, if you can help grow that confidence within that subject or within that situation, their range expands. They're willing to take on more leadership roles. They're willing to have more confidence to take risks, which is a very important part of becoming a positive leader. Now, another thing that there are 4 main parts of becoming a leader and developing these leadership skills, and 4 main types of power, which really is what makes a good leader. And that's influence, position, alternatives, and experience. Now, I go into great detail in these in the story, so if you're still on it, look below. If not, check the description, because there's a link there to the story, and there's a whole bunch of detail on this. But the 3 main factors that go into becoming a great leader and developing skills that become leadership skills for a child are learning to let go of fear. That's stepping outside of your range of acceptable behaviors. That's a difficult thing to learn to do, and it's not something that you're going to be able to do overnight, but there are ways to make it happen. Another thing is learning to advocate for others. That fighting for another person's point of view is always an important part of becoming a leader, because when you look at something through somebody else's eyes, which is the third part, seeing through others' eyes, they're more willing to listen to your point of view. They're more willing to give you what you want and to follow you if they think that you have their best interests at heart. Now, that's a whole lot of information crammed into just a little short video, but there's a whole lot more detail on the story below. So please check it out. Please tell me what you think. Tell me if you were able to take some of these things and kind of institute them into your life to help your child develop those skills over time to become the leader that we all know they can be. We need them. We need greater leaders in this world, and your child can be that person that we need. So check the link in the description below. Keep reading. Tell me what you're thinking, and I look forward to talking with you all very soon on RaiseALegend.com.